Today, let's talk about one of the most powerful tools we have at our disposal, our minds. Our thoughts shape our reality, influence our decisions, and ultimately determine the quality of our lives. But in our fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in a whirlwind of overthinking and negative thought patterns. The good news is that we have the power to change this. We can learn to think less and think right, creating a life filled with positivity, clarity, and purpose. Let's begin by understanding the power of mindfulness and being present. In our daily lives, we often find ourselves worrying about the future or ruminating on the past. This constant mental chatter can leave us feeling overwhelmed and stressed. Mindfulness is the practice of bringing our attention back to the present moment. It involves being fully aware of our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. By cultivating mindfulness, we can quiet the noise in our minds and focus on what truly matters. One practical way to practice mindfulness is through meditation. Meditation allows us to slow down, breathe deeply, and center ourselves. It helps us become more aware of our thoughts and teaches us to observe them without getting caught up in them. Even a few minutes of meditation each day can make a significant difference in our mental clarity and overall well-being. Another way to practice mindfulness is by engaging in activities that bring us joy and require our full attention, such as walking in nature, painting, or playing a musical instrument. The power of mindfulness and being present lies in its ability to transform our experience of life by bringing our full attention to the current moment. In a world filled with distractions and constant demands on our time and attention, mindfulness offers a way to reclaim our focus and find peace amidst the chaos. It allows us to engage with our thoughts, emotions, and surroundings in a way that is both intentional and non-judgmental, fostering a deeper sense of connection and well-being. Mindfulness begins with the simple yet profound act of paying attention to the present moment. This means observing our thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations without trying to change or judge them. By doing so, we cultivate an awareness of our inner experiences and create space for reflection and understanding. This practice helps us to become more aware of our habitual patterns of thinking and behavior, allowing us to respond to situations with greater clarity and intention. One of the key benefits of mindfulness is its ability to reduce stress. When we are mindful, we are less likely to be caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past. Instead, we focus on what is happening right now, which can help to alleviate anxiety and promote a sense of calm. Mindfulness teaches us to approach our thoughts and emotions with curiosity and acceptance, rather than resistance or avoidance. This shift in perspective can help to break the cycle of stress and create a more balanced and peaceful state of mind. Mindfulness also enhances our ability to concentrate and focus. In our busy lives, it is easy to become overwhelmed by the multitude of tasks and responsibilities we face each day. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to direct our attention to one thing at a time, which can improve our productivity and efficiency. This focused attention allows us to engage more fully with our activities, leading to a greater sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. Whether we are working, studying, or simply enjoying a hobby, mindfulness helps us to be fully present and engaged. Another powerful aspect of mindfulness is its ability to improve our relationships. When we are mindful, we are more attuned to the needs and feelings of others, which can enhance our empathy and compassion. By being fully present with those we interact with, we can create deeper and more meaningful connections. Mindfulness also helps us to communicate more effectively, as we are better able to listen and respond thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. This can lead to more harmonious and fulfilling relationships, both personally and professionally. Mindfulness can also have a positive impact on our physical health. Research has shown that mindfulness practices such as meditation can reduce symptoms of chronic pain, lower blood pressure, and improve sleep quality. By bringing our awareness to our bodies, we can develop a greater understanding of how stress and emotions affect our physical well-being. This awareness can help us to make healthier choices and develop habits that support our overall health and vitality. Mindfulness encourages us to listen to our bodies and respond with care and compassion. Practicing mindfulness can also enhance our emotional well-being. By observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment, we can develop a greater sense of emotional resilience. Mindfulness teaches us that emotions are temporary and that we do not have to be defined by them. This perspective allows us to navigate life's challenges with greater equanimity and grace. By cultivating mindfulness, we can learn to accept our emotions as they are and respond to them in a way that is both wise and compassionate. One of the most accessible ways to practice mindfulness is through meditation. Meditation involves sitting quietly and focusing on the breath, allowing thoughts to come and go without attachment. This practice helps to train the mind to stay present and develop a sense of inner calm. Even a few minutes of meditation each day can make a significant difference in our ability to stay mindful throughout the day. There are many different types of meditation, and it can be helpful to explore various techniques to find what works best for you. Mindfulness can also be integrated into our daily activities. Simple practices such as mindful eating, where we pay full attention to the taste, texture, and smell of our food, can enhance our enjoyment and appreciation of meals. Mindful walking, where we focus on the sensation of our feet touching the ground and the rhythm of our breath, can turn a routine activity into a meditative experience. By bringing mindfulness to everyday tasks, we can transform ordinary moments into opportunities for reflection and presence. Another way to cultivate mindfulness is through mindful breathing exercises. These exercises involve taking slow, deep breaths and paying attention to the sensation of the breath entering and leaving the body. This practice can be done anywhere and at any time, making it a useful tool for managing stress and staying present. Mindful breathing helps to anchor our attention and bring us back to the present moment, especially during times of stress or distraction. Gratitude is another powerful practice that can enhance mindfulness. By taking time each day to reflect on the things we are thankful for, we can shift our focus from what we lack to what we have. This practice encourages us to appreciate the positive aspects of our lives and develop a greater sense of contentment. Keeping a gratitude journal where we write down things we are grateful for each day can help to reinforce this practice and deepen our sense of mindfulness. In conclusion, the power of mindfulness and being present lies in its ability to transform our experience of life by bringing our full attention to the current moment. Through practices such as meditation, mindful breathing, and gratitude, we can cultivate a deeper sense of connection, reduce stress, and enhance our overall well-being. By embracing mindfulness, we can create a life that is more intentional, balanced, and fulfilling. Remember that mindfulness is a journey, and each moment of presence is a step toward a more peaceful and aware life. Identifying and challenging negative thoughts is another crucial step in thinking less and thinking right. Our minds are wired to focus on the negative. This is a survival mechanism that has served us well in the past. However, in today's world, this negativity bias can lead to chronic stress and anxiety. It's essential to become aware of our negative thought patterns and to challenge them. When we catch ourselves thinking negatively, we can ask ourselves whether these thoughts are rational and based on facts. Often we will find that our negative thoughts are exaggerated or unfounded. One effective technique for challenging negative thoughts is cognitive restructuring. This involves identifying negative thoughts, examining the evidence for and against them, and replacing them with more balanced and positive thoughts. For example, if we find ourselves thinking, "I always mess things up," we can challenge this thought by looking for evidence that contradicts it. We might recall times when we successfully accomplished tasks and remind ourselves that making mistakes is a natural part of learning and growth. Identifying and challenging negative thoughts is a transformative process that can significantly improve our mental and emotional well-being. It involves recognizing the patterns of negative thinking that often go unnoticed, understanding their impact on our lives, and actively working to change them. By doing so, we can cultivate a more positive and balanced mindset, leading to greater resilience and overall happiness. The first step in this process is becoming aware of our negative thoughts. Negative thinking patterns can become so ingrained that they operate almost automatically, influencing our emotions and behaviors without our conscious awareness. To begin identifying these thoughts, it is helpful to pay attention to our internal dialogue, what we say to ourselves throughout the day. This self-talk often reveals underlying beliefs and attitudes that shape our perception of ourselves and the world around us. Keeping a thought diary can be a useful tool in this process, allowing us to track and reflect on our thoughts and emotions. Once we have identified our negative thoughts, the next step is to examine and challenge them. This involves questioning the validity of these thoughts and considering alternative perspectives. Cognitive behavioral techniques can be particularly effective in this process. One such technique is cognitive restructuring, which involves systematically challenging and reframing negative thoughts. By answering these questions, we can begin to see the irrationality and exaggeration in our negative thoughts. This allows us to reframe these thoughts in a more balanced and realistic way. For instance, we might replace "I always mess things up" with "I make mistakes sometimes, but I also have many successes and accomplishments." Another effective technique is mindfulness, which involves observing our thoughts and emotions without judgment. Mindfulness teaches us to see our thoughts as temporary and changeable, rather than fixed truths. By practicing mindfulness, we can create distance from our negative thoughts and view them with greater objectivity. This helps to reduce their emotional impact and allows us to respond to situations more calmly and thoughtfully. Gratitude is another powerful practice that can help counteract negative thinking. When we focus on the positive aspects of our lives and express gratitude for them, we shift our attention away from negativity. This practice encourages us to look for the good in every situation and fosters a sense of abundance and appreciation. Keeping a gratitude journal, where we write down things we are thankful for each day, can help to reinforce this positive focus and improve our overall mindset. Engaging in positive self-talk is also crucial in challenging negative thoughts. Positive self-talk involves replacing negative statements with affirming and encouraging ones. For example, instead of saying, "I can't do this," we might say, "I am capable and can handle this challenge." Positive self-talk can boost our confidence and resilience, helping us to navigate difficult situations with a more optimistic outlook. It can be helpful to create a list of positive affirmations and repeat them regularly, especially during times of stress or uncertainty. Building a support network of friends, family, or mental health professionals can also be beneficial in this process. Sharing our thoughts and feelings with others can provide valuable perspective and encouragement. Sometimes an outside viewpoint can help us see things more clearly and challenge our negative thinking. Additionally, seeking support from a therapist or counselor can offer specialized guidance and techniques for managing negative thoughts and improving mental health. Physical activity and self-care are also important in maintaining a positive mindset. Regular exercise has been shown to reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety and improve overall mood. Physical activity releases endorphins, which are natural mood enhancers, and provides a healthy outlet for stress and tension. Additionally, engaging in activities that bring joy and relaxation, such as hobbies, spending time in nature, or practicing relaxation techniques, can help to counteract negative thinking and promote well-being. In conclusion, identifying and challenging negative thoughts involves becoming aware of our internal dialogue, questioning the validity of our negative beliefs, and replacing them with more balanced and positive perspectives. Techniques such as cognitive restructuring, mindfulness, gratitude, positive self-talk, seeking support, and engaging in physical activity and self-care can all contribute to this transformative process. By actively working to change our negative thought patterns, we can cultivate a more positive and resilient mindset, leading to greater mental and emotional well-being. Remember that this journey is ongoing and requires patience and practice, but the rewards are well worth the effort. Focusing on gratitude and positive thinking can also help us think right. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, fostering a sense of abundance and appreciation. By regularly practicing gratitude, we can train our minds to look for the positive aspects of our lives. This practice not only improves our mood but also enhances our overall well-being. One way to practice gratitude is by keeping a gratitude journal, where we write down things we are thankful for each day. This simple practice can have a profound impact on our mindset and outlook on life. Focusing on gratitude and positive thinking is a powerful approach to enhancing our overall well-being and outlook on life. By cultivating an attitude of gratitude, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have, fostering a sense of abundance and appreciation. Positive thinking involves nurturing a mindset that emphasizes optimistic and constructive thoughts, which can lead to greater resilience and happiness. The practice of gratitude begins with recognizing and acknowledging the good things in our lives. This can be as simple as appreciating a beautiful sunrise, enjoying a meal with loved ones, or recognizing a small act of kindness. By paying attention to these positive moments, we train our minds to focus on the good rather than the negative. This shift in perspective can have a profound impact on our overall mood and outlook. One effective way to cultivate gratitude is by keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, take a few moments to write down 3 to 5 things you are thankful for. These can be big or small, from major life events to simple pleasures. The act of writing them down reinforces our recognition of these positive aspects and helps to embed them in our consciousness. Over time, this practice can lead to a more grateful and positive mindset. Gratitude can also be practiced through mindful reflection. Take a few minutes each day to sit quietly and reflect on the things you are grateful for. Allow yourself to fully experience the feelings of appreciation and joy that arise. This mindful practice helps to deepen our sense of gratitude and fosters a greater connection to the present moment. Expressing gratitude to others is another powerful way to cultivate this attitude. Letting someone know that you appreciate them and their actions can strengthen relationships and create a positive ripple effect. Whether it's a heartfelt thank you note, a verbal expression of thanks, or a small act of kindness in return, expressing gratitude can enhance both our own well-being and that of others. Focusing on positive thinking involves actively choosing to see the brighter side of situations and cultivating a mindset that emphasizes optimism and hope. This does not mean ignoring challenges or pretending that negative experiences don't exist, but rather approaching them with a constructive and resilient attitude. One technique for fostering positive thinking is cognitive restructuring. This involves identifying negative thought patterns and replacing them with more positive and realistic alternatives. For example, if you catch yourself thinking, "I'll never be able to do this," challenge this thought by asking yourself if it's truly accurate. Look for evidence of times when you have succeeded in similar situations and remind yourself of your strengths and capabilities. By reframing negative thoughts in a more positive light, you can build a more optimistic mindset. Another way to promote positive thinking is by surrounding yourself with positive influences. This can include spending time with supportive and uplifting people, consuming positive media, and engaging in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. The environment we create for ourselves can have a significant impact on our mindset and overall well-being. Practicing affirmations is another powerful tool for cultivating positive thinking. Affirmations are positive statements that reinforce our goals, values, and self-worth. By repeating affirmations regularly, we can rewire our minds to focus on positive aspects and build a more confident and hopeful outlook. Examples of affirmations include, "I am capable and strong," "I am deserving of love and happiness," and "I trust in my ability to overcome challenges." Incorporating acts of kindness and generosity into our daily lives can also enhance positive thinking. Helping others and making a positive difference in their lives can boost our own happiness and sense of purpose. Acts of kindness can be as simple as offering a smile, holding the door open, or volunteering our time and resources. These actions create a positive feedback loop where giving to others reinforces our own positive mindset. Gratitude and positive thinking can also be supported by regular self-care practices. Taking time to care for our physical, emotional, and mental well-being is essential for maintaining a positive outlook. This includes getting enough sleep, eating a balanced diet, exercising regularly, and engaging in activities that bring relaxation and joy. By prioritizing self-care, we ensure that we are in the best possible state to cultivate gratitude and positivity. In conclusion, focusing on gratitude and positive thinking involves recognizing and appreciating the good in our lives, challenging negative thought patterns, and actively choosing to see the brighter side of situations. Practices such as keeping a gratitude journal, expressing gratitude to others, engaging in cognitive restructuring, surrounding ourselves with positive influences, practicing affirmations, performing acts of kindness, and prioritizing self-care can all contribute to this transformative approach. By cultivating an attitude of gratitude and positive thinking, we can enhance our overall well-being, build resilience, and create a more fulfilling and joyful life. Remember that this journey is ongoing and requires consistent practice, but the rewards are well worth the effort. Setting boundaries to protect our mental space is another essential strategy for thinking less and thinking right. In today's hyper-connected world, we are constantly bombarded with information and stimuli. This can lead to mental overload and fatigue. It's important to set boundaries that allow us to protect our mental space and focus on what truly matters. This might involve limiting our exposure to negative news, setting aside time for digital detoxes, or establishing clear boundaries with others about our availability. Setting boundaries to protect your mental space is essential for maintaining your emotional and psychological well-being in a world filled with constant demands and distractions. Boundaries help create a safe and nurturing environment where you can focus on what truly matters and recharge your mental and emotional batteries. The first step in setting boundaries is recognizing the need for them. This involves becoming aware of situations, people, or activities that drain your energy, cause stress, or negatively impact your mental health. It could be constant interruptions at work, spending time with toxic individuals, or feeling overwhelmed by social media. Identifying these triggers helps you understand where boundaries need to be set to protect your mental space. Once you have identified your triggers, it's important to communicate your boundaries clearly and assertively. This means expressing your needs and limits to others in a straightforward and respectful manner. For example, if you need uninterrupted time to focus on a project, let your colleagues or family members know that you will be unavailable during certain hours. If social media is a source of stress, communicate to friends and family that you will be limiting your online presence and may not respond immediately to messages. Clear communication ensures that others understand and respect your boundaries. Learning to say no is a crucial aspect of setting boundaries. Many of us struggle with saying no because we fear disappointing others or being perceived as unhelpful. However, constantly saying yes to others' demands can lead to burnout and overwhelm. It's important to recognize that your time and energy are valuable and finite resources. By saying no to requests that do not align with your priorities or capacity, you create space for the things that truly matter to you. Saying no can be done politely and firmly, such as "I appreciate the offer, but I cannot take on any additional responsibilities at this time." Digital boundaries are increasingly important in today's hyper-connected world. Constant notifications, emails, and social media updates can be overwhelming and detrimental to your mental space. Setting digital boundaries might involve turning off non-essential notifications, scheduling specific times to check emails and social media, and creating tech-free zones or times in your day. These practices help you reclaim your attention and reduce the mental clutter caused by constant digital distractions. Setting boundaries also involves creating physical spaces that support your mental well-being. Designating areas in your home or workplace as quiet zones for relaxation or focused work can help create a sense of peace and order. This might mean setting up a comfortable reading nook, a meditation corner, or a clutter-free workspace. By creating environments that promote calm and focus, you support your mental health and productivity. Establishing boundaries around your time is essential for protecting your mental space. Time boundaries involve allocating specific periods for work, rest, socializing, and self-care. This might mean setting regular working hours and sticking to them, scheduling breaks throughout the day, and prioritizing activities that recharge you. Protecting your time also means being mindful of overcommitting and ensuring you have enough downtime to relax and rejuvenate. Emotional boundaries are another key aspect of protecting your mental space. These boundaries involve recognizing and honoring your emotional needs and limits. For example, if certain conversations or interactions consistently leave you feeling drained or upset, it might be necessary to limit your exposure to them or to express your discomfort to the individuals involved. Emotional boundaries also mean being selective about who you share your feelings and vulnerabilities with, ensuring that these exchanges happen in supportive and safe environments. Maintaining boundaries requires ongoing self-awareness and self-care. Regularly check in with yourself to assess how your boundaries are holding up and whether any adjustments are needed. Self-care practices such as meditation, exercise, journaling, and spending time in nature help you stay grounded and connected to your needs. These practices reinforce your boundaries by ensuring that you prioritize your well-being and mental space. It's important to remember that setting boundaries is a skill that takes practice and patience. It can be challenging to establish and maintain boundaries, especially if you are not used to doing so. Start with small, manageable steps and gradually build up your boundary-setting skills. Celebrate your successes and learn from any setbacks, understanding that boundaries are an ongoing and dynamic process. Respecting others' boundaries is also crucial in creating a culture of mutual respect and understanding. Just as you need boundaries to protect your mental space, others do too. Be mindful of their limits and needs and honor their requests for space and time. This reciprocity fosters healthy relationships and a supportive environment where everyone's well-being is valued. In conclusion, setting boundaries to protect your mental space involves recognizing the need for boundaries, communicating them clearly, learning to say no, establishing digital and physical boundaries, allocating time for self-care, honoring your emotional needs, and maintaining ongoing self-awareness. By cultivating these practices, you create a safe and nurturing environment that supports your mental and emotional well-being. Remember that setting boundaries is an act of self-respect and self-care, and it is essential for living a balanced and fulfilling life. Developing healthy habits for mental clarity is also crucial. Our physical health is closely connected to our mental health, and by taking care of our bodies, we can improve our mental clarity. This involves getting regular exercise, eating a balanced diet, getting enough sleep, and staying hydrated. Exercise in particular has been shown to reduce stress, improve mood, and enhance cognitive function. By incorporating healthy habits into our daily routine, we can support our mental well-being and think more clearly. Developing healthy habits for mental clarity is essential for maintaining a sharp, focused, and balanced mind. In our fast-paced world, mental clarity can often be compromised by stress, multitasking, and constant distractions. By integrating specific habits into our daily routine, we can enhance our mental clarity and overall well-being. One of the fundamental habits for mental clarity is regular physical exercise. Exercise has been shown to have numerous benefits for the brain, including reducing stress, improving mood, and boosting cognitive function. Activities such as walking, running, yoga, and strength training increase blood flow to the brain, promoting the growth of new neurons and enhancing overall brain health. Regular physical activity also helps to reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression, leading to a clearer and more focused mind. Another crucial habit is maintaining a balanced diet. The foods we eat have a direct impact on our brain function and mental clarity. A diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats provides the essential nutrients our brain needs to function optimally. Omega-3 fatty acids found in fish, flax seeds, and walnuts are particularly beneficial for brain health. Staying hydrated is also important, as even mild dehydration can impair cognitive function and concentration. Avoiding excessive consumption of processed foods, sugar, and caffeine can help maintain stable energy levels and prevent mental fog. Adequate sleep is essential for mental clarity. During sleep, our brain processes information, consolidates memories, and clears out toxins. Chronic sleep deprivation can lead to impaired cognitive function, poor concentration, and mood disturbances. Establishing a regular sleep routine, aiming for 7-9 hours of quality sleep each night, can significantly improve mental clarity. Creating a calming bedtime ritual, such as reading, meditating, or taking a warm bath, can help signal to your body that it's time to wind down and prepare for rest. Mindfulness and meditation practices are powerful tools for enhancing mental clarity. These practices involve focusing your attention on the present moment and observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Mindfulness and meditation can help reduce stress, improve concentration, and increase self-awareness. Even a few minutes of daily meditation can have a significant impact on mental clarity. Techniques such as deep breathing exercises, body scans, and guided imagery can also promote relaxation and mental focus. Effective time management and organization are crucial for maintaining mental clarity. When our tasks and responsibilities are organized, we are less likely to feel overwhelmed and distracted. Creating a daily or weekly schedule, setting priorities, and breaking tasks into manageable steps can help improve productivity and reduce mental clutter. Using tools such as planners, to-do lists, and digital calendars can aid in keeping track of tasks and deadlines. Allocating specific times for focused work, breaks, and leisure activities can help create a balanced and productive routine. Limiting exposure to digital distractions is another important habit for mental clarity. Constant notifications, emails, and social media updates can fragment our attention and reduce our ability to focus. Setting boundaries around technology use, such as designated tech-free times or zones, can help protect our mental space. Turning off non-essential notifications, scheduling specific times to check emails and social media, and taking regular breaks from screens can reduce digital overwhelm and improve concentration. Engaging in activities that stimulate the brain and promote cognitive function is also beneficial for mental clarity. Reading, solving puzzles, playing musical instruments, and learning new skills or hobbies can keep the brain active and challenged. These activities help to build new neural connections and enhance cognitive flexibility. Regularly engaging in mentally stimulating activities can keep the mind sharp and improve overall mental clarity. Practicing gratitude and positive thinking can enhance mental clarity by fostering a positive mindset and reducing stress. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, promoting a sense of abundance and appreciation. Positive thinking involves nurturing an optimistic and constructive mindset, which can improve resilience and overall well-being. Keeping a gratitude journal, expressing gratitude to others, and using positive affirmations can help cultivate these practices. Social connections and relationships play a significant role in mental clarity. Positive and supportive relationships can provide emotional support, reduce stress, and enhance overall well-being. Spending time with loved ones, engaging in meaningful conversations, and participating in social activities can help strengthen these connections. Building a supportive network of friends, family, or community groups can provide a sense of belonging and improve mental clarity. Self-care and relaxation practices are essential for maintaining mental clarity. Taking time to care for your physical, emotional, and mental well-being can help reduce stress and prevent burnout. Activities such as taking walks in nature, practicing yoga, enjoying hobbies, and engaging in creative pursuits can promote relaxation and rejuvenation. Prioritizing self-care and setting aside time for activities that bring joy and relaxation can help maintain a balanced and clear mind. In conclusion, developing healthy habits for mental clarity involves regular physical exercise, maintaining a balanced diet, getting adequate sleep, practicing mindfulness and meditation, effective time management, limiting digital distractions, engaging in mentally stimulating activities, fostering gratitude and positive thinking, nurturing social connections, and prioritizing self-care. By integrating these habits into your daily routine, you can enhance your mental clarity, improve overall well-being, and create a more focused and fulfilling life. Remember that consistency is key, and small changes can lead to significant improvements over time. Embracing self-compassion and letting go of perfectionism is another important aspect of thinking right. We often hold ourselves to high standards and can be our own worst critics. This constant pressure to be perfect can lead to stress and burnout. Self-compassion involves treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a friend. It means recognizing that we are human and that making mistakes is a natural part of life. By embracing self-compassion, we can let go of the need to be perfect and focus on doing our best. One way to practice self-compassion is by reframing our inner dialogue. When we catch ourselves being overly critical, we can pause and ask ourselves how we would speak to a friend in the same situation. We can then offer ourselves the same words of encouragement and understanding. Another way to practice self-compassion is by taking time for self-care. This might involve engaging in activities that bring us joy, setting aside time for relaxation, or seeking support from others when needed. Embracing self-compassion and letting go of perfectionism is a journey that requires a deep understanding of our inherent worth and the acceptance of our human imperfections. It involves shifting our mindset from one of relentless self-criticism to one of kindness and understanding toward ourselves. This transformation can lead to greater emotional resilience, improved mental health, and a more fulfilling life. Self-compassion begins with the recognition that we are all human and that making mistakes and experiencing setbacks are natural parts of the human experience. Instead of berating ourselves for our imperfections, we can choose to respond with empathy and understanding. This involves treating ourselves with the same kindness and care that we would offer to a dear friend. When we encounter difficulties or failures, we can remind ourselves that we are not alone in our struggles and that it is okay to be imperfect. One way to practice self-compassion is through self-kindness. Self-kindness involves speaking to ourselves in a gentle and supportive manner, especially during times of difficulty. When we catch ourselves engaging in negative self-talk, we can pause and reframe our inner dialogue with more compassionate and encouraging words. For example, instead of saying, "I'm so stupid for making that mistake," we can say, "It's okay to make mistakes, I'm learning and growing." This shift in language helps to create a more nurturing and supportive inner environment. Mindfulness is another essential component of self-compassion. Mindfulness involves being present with our thoughts and emotions without judgment. It allows us to observe our experiences with curiosity and acceptance rather than getting caught up in self-criticism. By practicing mindfulness, we can become more aware of our negative thought patterns and learn to respond to them with greater compassion. Mindfulness techniques such as meditation, deep breathing, and body scans can help us stay grounded and present, fostering a more compassionate relationship with ourselves. Letting go of perfectionism is a crucial step in embracing self-compassion. Perfectionism is the relentless pursuit of flawlessness and the belief that our worth is tied to our achievements and abilities. This mindset can lead to chronic stress, anxiety, and a fear of failure. Letting go of perfectionism involves recognizing that it is not only unrealistic but also harmful to our well-being. It means accepting that we do not have to be perfect to be worthy of love and acceptance. One way to let go of perfectionism is to set realistic and achievable goals. Instead of striving for perfection, we can aim for progress and improvement. This involves breaking down our goals into smaller, manageable steps and celebrating our accomplishments along the way. By focusing on the process rather than the outcome, we can reduce the pressure to be perfect and allow ourselves to enjoy the journey. This shift in perspective encourages a growth mindset, where we view challenges as opportunities for learning and development. Embracing self-compassion also involves forgiving ourselves for past mistakes and letting go of regrets. Holding on to guilt and self-blame can weigh us down and prevent us from moving forward. Self-forgiveness is about acknowledging our mistakes, taking responsibility for our actions, and then letting go of the negative emotions associated with them. This process can be facilitated through self-reflection, journaling, or talking to a trusted friend or therapist. By forgiving ourselves, we release the burden of the past and open up space for growth and healing. Another important aspect of self-compassion is recognizing and honoring our needs and boundaries. This means taking time to care for ourselves and prioritizing our well-being. Self-care practices such as getting enough sleep, eating nutritious foods, exercising regularly, and engaging in activities that bring joy and relaxation are essential for maintaining our mental and emotional health. Setting boundaries involves knowing our limits and communicating them to others. This might mean saying no to additional responsibilities, taking breaks when needed, or distancing ourselves from toxic relationships. By honoring our needs and boundaries, we create a supportive environment that nurtures our self-compassion. Seeking support from others can also enhance our ability to embrace self-compassion. Surrounding ourselves with supportive and understanding individuals can provide valuable perspective and encouragement. Sharing our experiences and struggles with trusted friends, family members, or therapists can help us feel less alone and reinforce our efforts to be kind to ourselves. A supportive community can remind us of our worth and help us stay committed to our self-compassion practice. Practicing gratitude is another powerful way to foster self-compassion and let go of perfectionism. Gratitude involves appreciating the positive aspects of our lives and recognizing the things we are thankful for. This practice shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, fostering a sense of abundance and contentment. Keeping a gratitude journal, where we write down things we are grateful for each day, can help reinforce this positive mindset. By cultivating gratitude, we can develop a greater appreciation for ourselves and our journey, even with its imperfections. In conclusion, embracing self-compassion and letting go of perfectionism involves recognizing our inherent worth, treating ourselves with kindness, practicing mindfulness, setting realistic goals, forgiving ourselves for past mistakes, honoring our needs and boundaries, seeking support from others, and cultivating gratitude. By integrating these practices into our daily lives, we can create a more compassionate and fulfilling relationship with ourselves. Remember that this journey is ongoing and requires patience and practice, but the rewards are profound. Embrace your humanity, let go of the need for perfection, and allow self-compassion to guide you toward a more joyful and authentic life. In conclusion, learning to think less and think right is a journey that requires intention and practice. By cultivating mindfulness, challenging negative thoughts, focusing on gratitude, setting boundaries, developing healthy habits, and embracing self-compassion, we can create a life filled with positivity, clarity, and purpose. Remember that we have the power to shape our thoughts and in turn our reality. Embrace the journey, trust in the process, and watch as your life transforms in beautiful ways. Thank you.